Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Tony Hawk's Underground. This is part 8, and we're going to start off by joining Zero. And so we get taken to Halta's Skate Shop, where we have unlocked Zero boards. So I'm going to change our board quick, and I'm going to change our grip tape color to green. And then we are off to a new location. That location is San Diego, my least favorite level in the game. San Diego is a lot of half pipes and boring grinds. This is the team manager Todd, who is eating 2 burgers and is already quite obese. And so he comes off as quite rude and tells us his ideal of skating, which is lay some tricks down, get photos taken, get put in magazines, and get videos done, and you'll make a bunch of money. So he says that we are from Idaho because we didn't know that the term Skittles meant skills. So he tells us to go meet the rest of the team and such, but we are going to go back to Tampa quick to do that last mission that we could have done instead of one of the Tampa Am competitions. But before I do that, I'm actually going to show you guys where the hidden video for Tampa is. This one would be actually kind of hard to get to if you didn't know how to. Gotta go on top of this building and then climb or grind if you can get the grind fast enough up this wire to on top of this building, which actually has half pipes on top of it. They're set down inside of it. So well, first of all, as you can see there, becoming an amateur, we got new stats to unlock. But to get the video, you have to drop down in between these 2 buildings, and it would be right here at the end of that platform. What I didn't mention is the fact that it doesn't really matter what team you join. The only thing that joining a different team will do is you'll get different boards unlocked, and your HUD color will be different, and the little logo will be different. But the other mission here in Tampa that you could have done is just called Get on Top of the Roof. And that's literally all it is you jump up here, and you jump up over here, and then you climb the ladder and get on top of the roof. Then you have to beat Afro Jim's score, which is really not that hard to do. But yeah, you have to stay on this roof and the roof across the court from it. But as you can see, I just got a ton of stat gains there. That's really not too hard of a mission. But we are going to go back to San Diego now. Like I said, I really don't like San Diego. There's lots of transfer gaps, and it's a pretty boring level. I mean, there's 2 parks in it, and there's some really less than stellar missions. We're gonna start off by doing actually one of my favorite missions in San Diego, which is getting magazine photos of us doing flips over these stairs. So you start off by doing an easy flip. It's usually a heel flip. Although I've seen it be a kick flip before. And then you have a double button flip, which for both grabs and kicks there are 3 different types of moves you can do. Single control stick, single button, which is what I've been doing most of the time. And then there's also where you can hit the control stick one direction and do the and click the button twice, which does a different trick than if you would only click the button once. Same thing applies for grabs, and there's also a set of moves that you can assign yourself but are not assigned for you, that you can hit the control stick twice and the button once, and it'll do a trick too. Oh, just lost a stat gain there. But we are going to go down here and get the pro move for this level, which I really don't like this mission itself to get the move, because you have to not only acid drop over the horse, you have to do the trick too, which we just did. Oh, what? We totally hit the flip and failed yet again. This is probably actually the hardest pro move to get, because you'll get the flip and miss the horse, or you'll get the horse and miss the flip most often. As you can see, there are cars that drive these roads around San Diego, although there's not much, so a lot of the time it'll seem like there isn't any, but there will be vans and trucks that come by.
What's up, rookie?
And this is another photo shoot. I don't really like this. This is my least favorite mission itself as a kid playing this game, because you have to manual. You can't nose manual. You have to manual through those cones, do a flip over the sawhorse, and then manual back through the other cones. It's not too hard, but it can be annoying if you keep doing nose manuals instead of regular manuals. Or a problem I used to have a lot is that I would be going so slow that I couldn't actually flip over the sawhorse, and I'd hit it and have to restart. Yeah, there's a van right there. I don't actually know where any of the other missions are, so I guess we go to the view goals menu. Yeah, you can skip skating around and just do missions themselves from the view goals one. You'll go straight there. And this guy named Kozar is telling us that everybody on the team is too afraid of going up on top of this building and grinding down all these flower boxes. So being the new guy, we get stuck doing it. It's not hard at all. And this is the end of chapter mission, which is another call out the tricks and do 'em mission. Except this time you have to do them while spine transferring over the horse statue. It is hard to get multiple moves done over the statue in one transfer, so this one does tend to take longer than some of them do, although it's not entirely impossible. It's just difficult, especially like that, where if you don't go over the top bit and you just go over the half pipe parts, then it's especially difficult. And I keep missing the spine transfer. So we got grabs left. I don't think I have enough speed. But they do give you plenty of time. Even now, I'll probably still get this done. And another stat gain. And we are done. And we get another cutscene where Todd tells us that we did such a great job getting an ad in the magazine. And so they're going to throw us a party. Except being the new guy, we get to go get all the party favors.
What?
So instead of just raiding around and having a party thrown for us, we have to throw our own party, which everybody else gets to enjoy. Before I do those party favors, we are going to go back and complete the mission, the other mission from the last chapter.
All right, here it is.
Which is doing a bunch of grabs over this atrium gap here. And in case you did catch it there quick, he does tell you that if you can't get the gap, to try using a boneless. I think that's only there because if you don't do the mission in New York, you probably still wouldn't have known about the boneless. Although you should have been using it by now, even though I haven't used it at all. But most of these tricks are the double button tricks, which I talked about before. As you become higher and higher in the game, the harder the missions will become and the more unique the tricks will be. So mostly all of those were double button tricks. Same thing with the flip tricks. They're just trying to introduce them. Here's another wall plant mission. This one has a lot more to do with wall plants than it does hitting the wall plant manual combo. We actually get a run stat increase from doing a wall plant, which I find interesting. There's 5 big green spots around the entire level, and all you have to do is wall plant them to put a poster up advertising the party. Unlike a lot of the missions, there won't be an arrow or a hand telling you where they are, so if you get lost and have a hard time finding one, you might actually have to redo it. But they do give you plenty of time, so that shouldn't be an issue. My biggest issue seems to be actually hitting the wall plant. There we go. I always remember there was one I could never find, and that's because it is all the way down this road, off back in the corner. And over here is yet another mission. And this band is telling us that they were supposed to play our party, but while they were getting lunch, somebody stole all their equipment. So that seems to also be a trend in this game. People tend to get their crap stolen, and it's up to you to go get it back for them. So all I have to do is grind around the ledge that you start facing out to get the guitar. Come down here for the microphone, and you probably have heard it, but you can. The instruments will play a little sound when you collect them. The bass is on that bench, and then across the street one that most people tend to forget, are the drumsticks in here. And I am running very low on time, so in the next part we will finish up this chapter and then move on, and we will probably actually finish San Diego. I will see you guys in the next part.